Stretch it down, pull it up. Ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, one more. Good, under here, roll under the bed. Good job.
So that lawnmower, that's that. Start that motherfucker long.
I made the decision to train in DC because, you know, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute. So I feel as though this will help me. I'm from Baltimore. He's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, you know, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
Okay, so nobody is supposed to be talking about this right now, but here we are. Because what is allegedly unfolding between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis is not just a boxing match.
I said I had a dream that I was that fast and that I was.
Why you wake up? You should have kept dreaming.
Fast.
Oh, keep dreaming. Dreaming, bro. So wake up. I mean, not easy, bro. You know that.
It is reportedly a full psychological war disguised as a training camp update. And before you click away, let me tell you that the first 30 seconds of what I'm about to reveal will completely change how you see both of these fighters forever. Because sources close to the situation are allegedly suggesting that Shakur Stevenson didn't just choose Washington, D.C. for training camp because of the humidity, or the hills, or the grueling conditions. No, no, no. Fans online are connecting dots and speculating that this move was a direct, calculated, almost theatrical message sent straight to Gervonta Davis's camp. Because DC is rough, DC is as unforgiving. DC does not care about your feelings or your highlight reel knockouts. And allegedly, Shakur wanted Davis to know that he is mentally preparing for war in a way that a power puncher from Baltimore simply cannot replicate in a comfortable gym.
Pull up, show out. Watch you go shake it like a luau. Full on, all out. Shine so hard like a sun's out. Too hot, too hot, too hot, too hot. Oh, we stay on top, we stay on top. Yeah, too hot, too bad you not. Oh, we ain't gon' stop, we ain't gon' stop. Now. Oh, you forgot who you dealing with. Oh, it's no jokers, no counterfeits. People don't think no counterfeits.
This isn't just preparation, it's controlled violence sculpted into precision. Tank is locked in, obsessively refining his timing, his angles, his traps, turning the ring into a battlefield where one mistake from Shakur Stevenson could mean lights out.
I feel as though a lot of people, they make believes and wannabes and things like that. They didn't come from where I come from. That's number one. They're not bad as me, for a fact.
fighting for your life, fighting for your family, fighting for what you believe in. Only person gonna beat you.
And this is where it starts getting interesting, because just as word spread about Stevenson's intense DC camp, breaking, insiders are reportedly whispering that Davis's team caught wind of every single detail, every drill, every sparring session rumor, and allegedly the response from the Davis camp was not panic. It was
times in the streets and the gym. Just to see that I'm at this level and see that it's possible. You know what I mean? Everything I dreamed of is actually coming true. All this is paying off. That's another reason why I have to win this fight. People like close to me, like people that's coming up behind me, I feel as though mainly want to show them that anything is possible. You know what I mean? No matter where you come.
Something far more unsettling. It was reportedly complete silence. And in boxing, silence from a man like Gervonta Davis is apparently more terrifying than any trash talk he could ever deliver. Because fans and analysts are now speculating that Davis is playing a longer, darker, more patient game than anyone realized. And you have to understand something about Tank Davis, that Teddy Atlas. Yes, that Teddy Atlas has been reportedly screaming. From the rooftops, which is that Gervonta Davis is not simply a knockout artist who swings wild and hopes for the best. Allegedly, this man has a ring IQ that borders on supernatural. He studies, he waits, he breathes, he calculates, and reportedly the moment you think you figured him out is the exact moment he's already 3 steps ahead planning your destruction.
Level right now, man. He's on another level. I mean, and his movement, his ability to, like, punches were coming at him and he just lets them get right there.
Oh yeah, like
Just right to there, they touch him and then bam, fires back. His accuracy, his technique, his efficiency.
Yeah, I
it
gotta
was
watch
beautiful. We were watching it in between shows when I was in Colorado this weekend doing comedy. We were watching in between shows and I was like, God damn, he's good. He's so smooth.
And now here comes the twist that nobody in the boxing world apparently wants to say out loud. Reports suggest that multiple elite trainers, speaking completely off the record, have allegedly described this potential Stevenson versus Davis matchup as the most dangerous fight for both men simultaneously.
I like that fight, Shakur and him. I like that fight a lot because Shakur's just a different animal. You're dealing with a whole different kind of skill set.
He aced it, you know, but when it comes to Shakur is not a Barrios.
Right.
You know, Shakur got a jab. Shakur got a head movement. Shakur got defense. Shakur knows range. Shakur has...
Meaning Stevenson's defense could genuinely neutralize Davis's power, while Davis's power could genuinely end Stevenson's calculated master plan with a single punch. And you won't believe this part. Allegedly, Joe Rogan, during what fans are describing as an unfiltered conversation,
will confirm, what I will validate, what I will second is that he's a hell of a fighter. That he's much more than what a lot of people thought he was, which was just a good puncher. He's a complete son of a gun. And not just physically and technically, but mentally. He thinks like a fighter. He behaves like a fighter in that ring. He is patient when he has to be patient. He is always contained and controlled. You know, I remember Michael Jordan, I think the greatest basketball player of all time. Everyone has their different, you know, it's subjective. But I remember one time he was saying, one of your greatest responsibilities is to never let...
Reportedly called Stevenson a different animal entirely, which sounds like a compliment until you realize that in combat sports, calling someone a different animal is allegedly also a subtle warning that their style is unpredictable enough to make even experts nervous. And Terrence Crawford, a man who has seen everything in this sport, reportedly echoed similar language, praising Stevenson's technique at a
game. He being Davis never lets it get away from him, never lets it get ahead of him. He stays contained. He stays controlled. You know, he won't go in there. Even when he's being aggressive, he's taking little steps because he's all along the way. He's aggressively cautious. Aggressively cautious, where he understands the domain that he's in. There's never a moment where you don't understand. He's cerebral, I guess.
Level that fans are speculating goes beyond simple admiration and enters the territory of one elite fighter quietly acknowledging another elite fighter's genuine threat level. And just when you thought this story was simply about two boxers preparing for a fight, breaking update. Online speculation is now swirling around the idea that there are allegedly financial and promotional forces behind the scenes.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like it's some weird shit. So like I really don't like speaking on him. But like if same thing that
fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that with anybody.
Working either to make this fight happen faster than expected or allegedly to delay it indefinitely for reasons that benefit neither fighter. And fans are furiously debating whether the real obstacle between Stevenson and Davis is actually each other or allegedly the business machinery surrounding both of them. Which
do you think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. Like that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If go look at his fights.
So you feel like that's easy game, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like
reframes this entire training camp story from a sports update into what some online communities are dramatically calling the greatest matchup boxing is allegedly afraid to give us. And speaking of afraid, reportedly Davis himself has been publicly projecting extreme confidence, allegedly dismissing Stevenson's technical brilliance with the kind of calm certainty that either means he genuinely believes his power solves every equation, or allegedly means his team has identified something specific in Stevenson's game that they believe they can exploit. And this is where it gets worse, or better, depending on your perspective. Because Mike Tyson, a man whose opinion carries the weight of a sledgehammer in any combat sports conversation, allegedly leaned toward Davis when pressed, and fans are losing their minds over this because Tyson simultaneously acknowledged Stevenson's technical brilliance in the same breath, which reportedly means even the most feared puncher in boxing history allegedly cannot fully dismiss what Stevenson brings to the ring, creating this extraordinary tension where both fighters are being validated as potential victors by the same legendary voice. And now, here's the moment in the story where everything you thought you understood allegedly shifts completely. Reports and online fan theories are suggesting that Stevenson's decision to avoid trash talk, to stay quiet, to let his training camp footage and his reputation do the speaking, is allegedly not humility. It is reportedly a form of psychological warfare so advanced that multiple boxing analysts have allegedly described it as defense applied to the mental game, meaning Stevenson is reportedly using the same principles he uses in the ring. Control, timing, patience, make your opponent uncomfortable, and applying them to the entire pre-fight narrative, which allegedly means that every calm interview, every disciplined training post, every non-reaction to Davis's confidence is reportedly a calculated strike designed to get inside Tank's head long before the first bell rings. And fans online are allegedly going absolutely feral over this interpretation because it reframes Stevenson not as the quieter, more reserved fighter, but as allegedly the more dangerous psychological operator in this entire situation. And breaking. Speculation is now emerging that the intensity of Stevenson's DC training camp has allegedly produced sparring sessions that insiders are describing in terms that sound less like boxing preparation and more like a complete tactical dismantling of every aggressive fighter archetype Davis represents, meaning allegedly Stevenson's team has studied Tank so thoroughly that the training camp itself is reportedly a live simulation of the fight. And you won't believe where this allegedly leads, because sources adjacent to the situation are reportedly suggesting that the closer this fight gets to becoming real, the more the narrative shifts from precision versus power into something far more philosophically loaded, which fans online are describing as control versus chaos. Stevenson's cold, methodical, and almost surgical approach to fighting allegedly colliding with Davis's explosive, disciplined, high IQ aggression. And the reason this framing allegedly matters more than any individual prediction is because reportedly neither fighter fits the simple label being applied to them. Davis is not just power, and Stevenson is not just defense. And allegedly the fighters themselves know this better than any commentator, analyst, or fan possibly could. Which brings us to the final twist that allegedly changes everything you just heard. Reports are now suggesting that privately, behind the theatrical confidence and the training camp drama and the expert opinions and the fake rivalry energy, both Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis allegedly want this fight more than any other matchup available to them. Not just for the money, not just for the legacy, but reportedly because elite fighters at this level allegedly recognize each other across promotional barriers and alleged business obstacles, and allegedly know instinctively that the only fight that will truly define either of their careers is the one happening between them. Which means, allegedly, that every training camp update, every expert quote, every bold claim, every moment of silence or confidence or psychological maneuvering is reportedly just two extraordinary fighters circling each other in slow motion. And the real question that nobody in boxing allegedly wants to answer out loud is this: when precision finally meets power at the highest level, with no excuses, no promotions, no politics, just two elite fighters in a ring with everything on the line, which force of nature do you believe walks out changed forever?